My name's James Fred Johnson. I was born in Colchester in 1915. My grandfather was an escaped slave named Gabriel Timberlake. Timberlake was his father, slave master, and he worked on his farm, plantation, and then one day the Timberlake hired an overseer. One day Grandpa was out in the field working, and Grandpa's slave name was Gabriel. And he said, "Gabe, you intend to stay here all your life?" And Grandpa was frightened. I just trying to find a, whether he had plans to run away. So Grandpa said, "What else can I do?" And this overseer was an abolitionist, unknown to them. And he told him about people that had ran away and lived here in Canada. He knew. My grandfather came up to Michigan with the Underground Railroad with the Quakers. The Quakers risked their lives. They risked everything. It was against the law. And they helped Grandpa and them get to Casabas, Michigan. And they came on horse and on buggies. They had to be hidden in a day. It was a slow journey. And it took them about a month to get up here. And when they got to Michigan, Casabas, they thought they were so far from those slave owners that they couldn't find them. When they got to Michigan, they worked for the Quakers to make a little money to come to Canada. But the slaveholders had spies that came up to Michigan and pretended to be Quakers. And they found out where Grandpa and the three Hughbanks people with him found out where they lived, and then they went back and informed the slaveholders, and they came back and found and broke in their cabins and was taking them back. The girls jumped out the cabin window and informed the Quakers. And the Quakers came down and surrounded the slaveholders who were taking them back, and they confronted them, and the slaveholders had guns and stuff. They were about to have trouble. And there were a lot of people that surrounded the slaveholders. So the slaveholders claimed that was their property, and they had the right to take them back. The Quakers believed in law and order, so to keep any trouble down, they took them back to Casabas and locked them up. And the next day or two, they had a trial. And they had a Quaker lawyer and a Quaker judge, and they freed Grandpa and them. And they arrested the slaveholders for breaking in the cabins. And they kept them until Grandpa and them were loose, and they came to Canada. But afterwards, they arrested the people, the Quakers that helped Grandpa and them, and they had to pay for Grandpa and them's value because that was their property. After he came to Canada, he came across Damasburg. He and the Hughbanks family walked all night and in a strange country, and they walked to a place about a mile and a half from where we live today. And my grandpa stopped in front of the farmer's place. The farmer got up in the morning to go out and do his chores. His name is Ferris. He got up in the morning to do his chores, and he saw the Grandpa out there. So he said, "I'll go out and see what he wants." And he talked to Grandpa, and Grandpa told him his story. So he had him come in and have his wife fix something to eat. He worked for him quite a little while, and finally he bought part of the farm where we live today. My dad lived there for 90-some years, and I've been married for my 99 years. My grandfather died in April, and I was born in October, so I never got to talk to my grandfather. I only know what my dad told me. He taught us how to live, and he taught us the value of freedom. I think about how what those slaves went through, what the slaves went through after emancipation. Then I think about the Civil Rights Movement and what they went through. And after the Civil Rights Movement, the struggles that they had for our rights. It was after the Civil Rights Movement, they passed laws, but they weren't enforced. And people had to fight for those rights. And these people fought so hard And the young people today are reaping the benefits of their sacrifice and efforts. And I don't think that they appreciate what these people went through.